Mahalo to everyone who's worked so hard on Bill 108. We feel it's well thought out legislation, which no one will completely be happy with, i.e. compromise that takes varying views into consideration, as well as state law that provides limitations by which the county must abide. For most residents, the protection of residential neighborhoods from vacation use and abuse is what's important, along with assurances that there will be enough affordable long-term housing for residents. As proposed, it seems fair to require that vacation rentals be confined to resort-owned areas and fair that a person can rent rooms in their home to help make ends meet, but only as long as they're living on that property. Having a property manager on site is not enough. This bill also takes into account existing short-term rentals that have been operating legally under current law by the grandfathering clause. That does not include those who've ignored paying taxes or filing with the county. This bill will close that gap. If the county tried to include restrictions on legal operations, to the best of my knowledge, this important bill and its strengths could be lost to more months and even years, as well as opening the county to expensive and potentially unwinnable lawsuits. As with many other residents, we've had negative experiences with tourists landing in our neighborhood, which we consider a refuge from the disconnected, transient holidaymakers that swarm our island. Strangers coming and going, partying day and night, drivers lost in rental cars, intrusions on our property. Those are activities that are more acceptable in resort areas that cater to those unfamiliar with and often not caring about local surroundings and their neighbors. It's not okay in residential areas, unprepared and unplanned for those intrusions, whether they're residential, rural, or ag. We've also had the challenge of helping friends or relatives find long-term housing when speculators are converting long-term rentals willy-nilly to short-term ones. It's almost scary to see how quickly the situation has tilted and how it's driving the price of homes and rentals far beyond what many residents could ever dream of affording. This legislation will help. Bill 108 seems to have already enjoyed broad discussion under the leadership of Council Reps Eoff and Kanuha, and that massaging has led to a healthy balance of regulation that protects the broader resident population while respecting existing conforming bed and breakfasts and other hosted rentals. Our biggest concerns are two, that this bill could be held up either in more debate or committee, which will make it more difficult to hold speculators and others not following the law accountable while allowing more vacation rentals to be created. And also that this bill must be backed by strong enforcement funding and enforcement that doesn't rely on residents to snitch on their neighbors, which also pits neighbors against neighbors and can be dangerous. Mahalo again to this council and others for cooperating to help preserve the irreplaceable, indescribable, and unquantifiable qualities of our island neighborhoods, qualities that both residents and visitors depend upon for healthy, happy, balanced lives and life experiences. We hope that council members will pass this bill as soon as possible. Mahalo.
Thank you.